just boom, let's do
But
something.
that's kind of what this is turning into. Like, this is like our
which is awesome.
boy time.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It feels really good.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Dude,
That's right.
I was thinking about this.
And Sundays.
Yeah, it's Sundays
And
now.
Sundays. I was thinking of, hopefully, when this thing takes off, every fucking day. Like, not every day, but you know what I mean? Like, it'll be on our mind all the time. But I was thinking about this a couple days ago. You were talking about, like, I miss living with friends or having roommates. I was like, man, what if, like, you two weren't married and we were doing this and we were all like, fuck it, let's go get a house. And then we were like, did it from our house that we all roomed in. I was like, because I always think about like all the streamers I watch, like Mizkif. I always bring him up recently because he's just like, he's so popular now and I just love him. He's fucking hilarious. But Mizkif and all those guys that live together, and Soda Poppin lives with like Greek God X and Nick and all those guys, and they live with their like girlfriends and stuff, but they all live in these giant ass freaking houses because they make so much money.
These streamer
Yeah, and they're all combining
compounds.
it pretty much to get that house.
And they just like build off of each other's content. And I was like, man, I would love to do that.
We're
even
gonna
if
move
like
to Texas and do it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to so bad.
Cody and I talked about that. We were like,
I've talked to Shiloh about it. She's already not wanted to be in Indiana. I mean, she likes Indiana.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but she hates the cold weather.
Oh yeah,
cold roads
and
shitty. It's
there's
shitty
not
for your
much
cars.
like authentic food selection.
Oh
Like,
no.
like it's more, you know what I mean? But sorry,
Yeah, no, it's Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Yeah.
which now everybody knows where we are. But it's just, it's not a bad city. It's just like you said, it's not a big city, so you don't have like
it's
these
not
mama
like
pop
Indianapolis or
authentic restaurants or like these places to go and stuff like that. But dude,
and like the funny thing you bring up about like what if we could like live together, Cody and I, when we were driving up to Wisconsin for like an 8-hour drive, so we talk about the podcast quite a bit.
yeah, of course.
And we do that, and because like we'll eventually run out of things to talk about the podcast, and then we like looking ahead.
Yeah, you
like,
look into the future of what you want it to be or like what it could be.
We were like, so what do we do like when we're in because the plan is to move to Texas, obviously.
Yes.
Sorry, mom and dad, for if you're hearing this. And we were like, well, when we move out there, we're gonna be like the only people that we know out there.
Oh, for sure.
So like the living situation, we were like the ideal living situation.
create a cul-de-sac.
That's
create
what
just
I
a
was
cul-de-sac, and it's
thinking,
just
though.
us three.
It's just a compound, dude,
I
of like
just
3
a
houses, man. It's we'll name the road watinginqueue.
Yeah,
I mean,
Q
for
Road.
us-
Q Road, yeah. There you go.
for
The
us
Q
to
Road.
move to Texas, no, this is a huge thing. Like, obviously, this is future plans, and people are going to be like, "Wow, this is crazy that you guys are even thinking about this." This podcast might
It's
not
just
ever
fun
be
to
there.
think
But to
about.
be
Oh,
honest,
dude,
with,
we're gonna do it till it happens.
yeah, to be honest, with
we're
this,
gonna manifest this into its own thing.
it's dude. It's the reality's out there. It's just a reality that's hard to reach, but it's for us to move out there, we would obviously be doing this thing full time at that point, and we would
for a
be
while.
producing enough income from everything that we're doing side, because we plan on streaming too, so we'll be bringing in individual income from that. But
on top of yeah,
it's not something that it's like, okay, we've been doing this for like a year, but we only have like 1,000 subs, let's move to Texas. It's not something that we're like jumping the gun on.
no.
So like for us to move out there, we would probably either be all buying houses, or we'd be building houses out there. So for us to like live by each other, that's a huge possibility. And the thing is like by that time, we're doing this full time. We're going to be here more often. Our families are going to be more intertwined, I think, because of like, we'll be like, okay, we got to make more content, because we got to make, I mean, as much money as we can make if we're doing it full time, because the money's not going to be like a salary paying job where you're going to get the same amount every year. So it's going to be just constant work of making content or streaming or doing whatever, but as a group. So like, dude, I would love
It's
to
gonna
do
be working
something like
from
that.
home, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, which is the nice thing. We don't have to go. We won't have to make the drive to go somewhere unless we get like a studio and like a building somewhere else or something. But like,
Which
it's
we
gonna be
wanna do.
nice.
Yeah, and right now we're recording the podcast and then we're editing the podcast all in one day. Like the guys who watch, viewers,
You guys just see like a very tiny window of
yeah,
what actually happens.
we come here really early. We record for an hour and a half, and then we're here from 7 a.m. to like sometimes 11 p.m. to put out the episode the next day.
And it's always on a Sunday. Today it's a special day, but you guys will still see it on a Monday. But normally it's on a Sunday, so we have to work the next day
Right.
at our real jobs.
So that's why it's like we're really pushing to like get it out there as much as possible. So like every time somebody shares it on Facebook or does anything like that, that's a drastic help for us.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy. Like we're talking a lot about like the future in this podcast of like what this show wants to be. But
I think that's a good idea to like have. So like you're just not going into it. It's like, oh, let's just do it, see what happens. Which that's a lot of cases for a lot of people, and that's it is a noble way of like doing things. 'Cause you're not doing it for the money, and you know we're not so much doing it for the money either. The money would be any money would be bonus.
Oh yeah.
But just doing this still.
No, everybody's got to support their life, you know, your
Yeah.
family and stuff. I think that's important. I mean, the money is definitely important in some aspects, but not entirely. I mean, there's much more that we're going to have come out of this than just that. The main thing is really, too, right now, for us being so brand new, is our early supporters, dude. What's up? Our early supporters, man. The longer you guys are in it pretty early here with us if you're already watching us. So like, if you stick with us, man, we'll remember that. And like, as we get, I mean, this is gonna happen with or without people.
Why are you laughing?
This is gonna happen with or without.
I feel like
I agree with Cody though. He's right.
I feel like we're just like apologizing for like to them about
Why would
like
you apologizing?
No,
I'm
it's just
I'm not apologizing for shit.
I said it sounds like an apology, Connor.
You think it sounds like that because we're saying like, oh, it's not about the money. It is about the money. Okay.
Oh yeah, we gotta support our lifestyle.
It's not something. I mean, we're not like, oh, give us your money, but
that's
we're like,
the reality.
But
we need money to survive.
Yeah,
as a human.
The amount of money that we put into the show already, and what we want it to be, we don't want it. We're not doing it just for a hobby. I mean, we want to turn this into a career, and we'll do it as long as it takes. We're not saying like, feed us your money, but if you want to, go to Patreon, check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
And the merch store. We have a merch store. Look at this. Look at that. Cody's got a hat on. That's merch. He's got a shirt. I got another shirt on.